Hello everybody, how you all doing? I mean, I'm doing amazing. Yeah, I'm in the new year, and as you all know, well, not all of you, but for the day ones that have been following me on social media, every year I try to do my year in review. I try to, check in with you guys, and it's my little way of, connecting with some of you. But this year I really got lazy. I didn't really feel like doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it isn't because I didn't have a good 2021. I think I just really felt lazy until I started getting messages from some of my lovey-doveys on social media, plus a friend of mine who happens to also be a makeup artist at work. Shouts to Eugenia. Love you. She was like, Noella, you didn't do your Vienna review this year. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, I guess she looks forward to it, so yeah, I guess I have to quickly do this one. Yeah, for all of you. I'm gonna try as much as possible to keep it as simple as it can be. So yeah, it brings us to the question, how has my year been? I mean, last year, 2021. This may sound cliche because I think every year I say the same things, but really I cannot complain. Yeah, I really can't complain about my year 2021. If I have to be very real, it was a topsy-turvy year. I cried a lot in 2021. But I smiled a lot, like a whole lot in 2021. Trust me. I mean, it was pretty much a balanced year. I had a fair share of, everything. Yeah, I hit rock bottom somewhere during the final months of the year. And shouts to my pizza Sabidi. She was a colleague not too long ago. I work with her. You all know her. She reads the news now on Joy News. I called her. I think I called her some days ago, and I was telling her that on 31st night, when I sat to reminisce on the year and pray, thanking God about my year. I mean, it's a ritual I do every 31st night. I don't go to church, I'm sorry. I find it hypocritical that you skip church all year round and on 31st night you go to church. I'm like, this isn't blasphemy or anything, but God isn't that stupid, Plus, every year I do it. It's like a ritual, and God still listens to me. So yeah, I did it this year, and I was just thinking through some of the people that were there for me this year, and her name came out really strong. And it's funny, a year ago she was more or less not a stranger, but we weren't that close. How we connected in like a year, and her impact in my life is pretty much great. So yeah, in my gloomy times, she was there for me. So yeah, thank you so much, Mapitso. But like I said, it's a year I really cannot complain. God has been amazing, like he has always been. I have so much to be thankful for. 2021, actually, I met some amazing people. I, hosted some really, really high profile events or big events. And it took people to recommend me. Shouts to IB, Ibrahim Ben Bako. Shouts to you. Shouts to Doreen Avio. Shouts to you. I mean, these names. Shouts to Philip Nye, my producer at work. And shouts to Adam Naite, who... Oh! How could I have forgotten? So Adam Naite is my programs manager. She's the programs manager for the Joy brands at Multimedia. And I remember middle this year, I had some family issue. My little sister was being naughty, and so it was some really, really crazy time. And yeah, Adam Naite pulled through for me. I am exceptionally grateful, Adam. Thank you so much. God bless you. George Quay. GQ. I don't know how I became friends with that man. I really do not know, but for those of you who are friends with him, I mean, I shouldn't tell you how much of an amazing person he is. So thank you so much, George. I really appreciate you a great deal. So yeah, 2021, I really cannot complain. Like I said, I met some really amazing people. I became friends with the likes of Ajoa, whom I absolutely love to be a pest to. Yeah, but I thank God. I mean, also this year I had my fair share of heartbreaks. I thought I had gone past that stage, but Charlie, they showed me something small, but it be normal level. So yeah, that's been my year. So like I said, it's really been a balanced year. Can't complain, like I said, but one thing that kept me together, I think this year is one year that I think I connected very well with my creator. I've always been a spiritual person. Like I said, I don't go to church, but I've always been a spiritual person. But I think in the past year, I don't think I'd call it backslide, but I wasn't very much as spiritual as I should have been. But I'm thankful to God for people like Jacqueline, who would constantly send me a live stream of a church program, maybe on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm really grateful to you, Jackie. When the time is right, I'll tell you more about Jackie. Yeah, I love how we connected, how we bonded. So yeah, shouts to you, Jackie. So I connected more with my creator this year, and it's one of the best decisions I have ever made, because in my gloomy days, it took prayer for me. It took prayer. The last quarter of the year, like I said, I had some challenges. And for those of you who know me, if you're my friend, if you've ever come into contact with me on a closer or a deeper level, then you should know that one of the things I do not know how to do is to ask for help. It is something that I've gotten used to, mainly because of how I grew up. I grew up solving my own problems. I face a problem and I'd love to work my way out of the problem. Like, asking for help is like my last option, very last option. And because of that, over the years, God has made it such that I never have to ask for help. Even when I do, he finds a way to still come through for me in, weird ways. I'll share an experience with you. So, like I said, I had to pay for something at the end of this year, and I really didn't have the cash. It was quite a big amount of money that I couldn't afford, and I didn't have the cash, and I kept on thinking, oh, who do I turn to, who do I ask, and all of that. And finally I gathered the courage to actually ask someone for the money. Long story short, the money came, but it wasn't what I expected. It was really below my expectation. Then the next day, surprisingly, I get a call from someone who says, hey, I need you to do this for me. Then I asked him, okay, who recommended me? The person couldn't mention who recommended me. He was fumbling, mentioning the person who recommended me. And it didn't make sense to me because it was a job, So obviously, if someone recommended me to you, you might as well tell me who recommended me. So I call up the person to say thank you, because the amount of money they were paying me for the job was like literally what I needed. It was that huge. And I remember after that call, I literally sat down and I was shaken because I couldn't believe it was like a miracle, and I couldn't believe it. And so, experiences like that has motivated me to connect with him more, because I'm thinking, hey, look at you. You don't really talk to him often. You don't really, connect with him that often, and he's doing all these for you. So imagine if you actually connect with him more. And it's been the best decision ever. So many a times when I share a verse or two on my socials, I have a lot of people saying, hey, Noella, it's like people don't really see me as a spiritual person, which I hate, because I am. I don't show it often, but I am. And I want to actually encourage you to connect with your maker, your creator. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I don't know what you believe in. Whatever you believe in, I feel like you should connect with that thing. Like I said, I'm a Christian, and so for those of you who are Christians, I will encourage you to, connect with God more. He's an amazing God, who looks out for his, flocks. 2022. Trust me, I don't have a plan. I don't believe in New Year resolutions. Whatever list, I do make a list of things that I intend to execute in a particular year. What happens is, at the end of the year, when I realize that I haven't been able to achieve this or that, 4 or 5 or 6 things that I wrote on my list, I just carry forward it to the next year. So there's no plan here. I'm just going to continue what I started with. I have a couple of things that I'd love to achieve this year. I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I'm going to work tirelessly. I'm going to be relentless at achieving those things. If the year ends and I don't, I'm not going to be hard on myself. But yeah, I'm really going to push, like I said, and ensure that I live a life that makes me happy. Paramount, that should be a paramount goal. Be happy in all that you do. Be happy, because if you're not, then what's the point? So yeah, I wish you all a blissful 2022. May God protect you. May he May his will be done in your lives, and yeah, may he see you through the year. And yeah, I love you all. Thank you so much, all of you that made my year a better one. God bless you. All that you lost in giving me, you will receive it back in 10,000 folds, that I can promise you. And yeah, for those of you who would watch this to the end, I applaud you. Let me know how your year has been. I'm always a DM away. I guess some of you have my number. Apparently my number was displayed on Facebook, and so every now and then I'm getting calls from, you know, my Facebook friends saying hi and all of that. Well, I've rectified that, but yeah, for those of you who have my number, yeah, you can, you know, check in with me every now and then. If there's something bothering you, you need, you know, some counsel, some sort of counsel on it, I'll try. You know, just a call or a message or a DM away. But yeah, be safe out there. Yeah, drink a lot of water. Hydrate a lot. For those of you who have gained weight, like myself, don't be too hard on yourself. You know, kill any body. Literally, let's catch cruise 2022 and let's be happy. I love you all. Thanks.